Monday morning and we're out of the house. So currently Charlie is with Tidy, who I'm actually following. His car's got an MOT or something this morning, so I said that I'd pick him up from the garage and take him back home. So that's what we're doing. So Charlie's in front of him. I've got Daisy. I've still not even edited last night's video because me and Danny, we watched the film and then we went to bed. So that's what I need to do this morning. I also need to phone a couple of places, sort out a few things. So we're on the way to the garage and then we're going to Niny's house. Hi guys, so I've not really filmed at all today. I literally think I've filmed one snip when that was 9 o'clock this morning, 9:30 this morning. I've had a very eventful day to say the least. So I don't know whether you remember me saying a couple of videos back that I bought a Mitsubishi Charisma from a garage and I was having issues with him. Well, on Saturday I received a letter from their local police station saying that the car's been causing an obstruction on the road where the garage is. And so I've had two different letters come through on the Saturday, both saying the same thing, but it was two different reference numbers and 2 different days with 2 different times. So I've been on and off the phone today, ringing back and forward. I've been ringing the police, I've been ringing the DVLA, I've been ringing the police again, I've been ringing a different number for the police. It's taken me hours and I've not really gotten anywhere. First things first, I phoned the number several times. It must have been a good 6 or 7 times, which with the number that was on the letter, no answer at all. So I googled the local headquarters for their local area. They said they must have got my information from the DVLA, so I must be the registered keeper of the vehicle still. So I explained to the police officer that I've not received any logbook, I never got the greenkeeper slip or anything like that. And so they said, right, well, you need to contact the DVLA and see what's going on. So I finished the phone call with them, phoned the DVLA up, I told them the registration of the vehicle, and they told me that there's been no registered keeper on that vehicle, including myself, since 2012. I bought the car in 2022, in August. I'd already known that my name hadn't been put forward for a logbook when I took the car back, because I phoned the DVLA up and I literally said, I've just taken the car back but I've not received a logbook, what's going to happen now? And then they told me there and then, this was back in September, that no logbook had been applied for, but I didn't see it being an issue due to me not receiving the car. So if I'm not going to receive a logbook, then so be it. They said that there was no information of mine on their record. And I was like, right, okay, so how have they got my information? They said to contact the police back and ask them how. And they said, I'll keep a record on my side, so if they were to contact me, we'll be able to, back up me, because there's no information about me on the system. I phoned my dad, told him what was going on. He said to phone the police back, ask him basically, is it a big scam? Is it a fake letter? We've had issues with this garage since the day we bought the car, so we were thinking maybe it's just a setup trying to get money out of us, because on the letter it said I could be fined £1,000 and have 6 points on my licence, and there was 2 letters, 12 points, £2,000 fine, and then because there was 12 licence, it'd be my licence gone. So I called back the number on the letter to show Niney, who I was actually with at the time. They're not answering. Funnily enough, they answered the phone. I spoke to the lady on the phone and I just said to them basically, I gave them the reference number and I said, look, what's the crack here? And so she said, yes, it's a real letter. I said to her, how have you got my information? Because I've spoken to the DVLA and there is no information on record of me having that car. The lady said, right, let me have a look. She turned around and said, your information was nominated by a company, but we cannot tell you who the company was because of confidentiality reasons. So I finished the phone call with her, and just out of a peace of mind for myself, I called back the headquarter of their local department again, just to make sure that the person I was speaking to wasn't some person, pretending to be somebody they weren't. So I phoned the headquarters back up. I told them again, can they check the reference numbers? So I told her the reference number and she typed in on her system. And she said, where have you had this reference number from? And I said, from the letter said that was sent by you. And she was like, well, there's nothing on my system. So I said, there's a phone number on here and I've spoken to a lady there. I told the headquarters the phone number I phoned. And she said that is part of the police department, but it's not the police department, it's the ticketing department, so the people who throw out fines and whatever else. And so they said it is a real letter, and it will be on their system but not on our system because it's two different departments. And so they said to phone back other lady and take it from there. So I tried to phone them back, and coincidentally nobody answered the phone again. So when I was on the phone with her originally, the only time she answered, she said to send the letter back with the right information on the letter. I need to write a letter to go in with the letter to back up if I feel like there wasn't enough information on the one that I filled in that they sent me. If that makes any sense. I came home and then I spoken to my mum and dad, and then I wrote a letter, and then I asked my mum and dad if the letter sounded okay. So now all I need to do is I need to type up the letter, send it off, and hope it all goes away, because the dates on the letter were from January, whereas I gave the car back in September. 6 months ago was when we returned the car. The dates on the letter were from 4 months after I gave the car back. So why am I now having these letters sent to me, which is just causing unnecessary stress for something I've not done? And it's really got to me today, so I've not felt up for picking up the phone and, you know, showing you what I'm doing, because I've just not felt up for it at all. I've been, I don't know, it really got to me, so I didn't really record much today. But tomorrow's a new day. I've got to phone them up again, see if I can get through to them. I need to do a few bits. Charlie's got school in the morning at 9 o'clock, so I need to drop him off at school, and then me and my friend are going to go into town. 2 years ago, on my birthday, Danny bought me a voucher for a tattoo. A year went by and it had expired by literally a couple of days. So I phoned up the tattoo place and I said, listen, I go, I've just found this voucher. It's actually expired. And they said, right, well, let me speak to the manager. They spoke to the managers and they said, we can get you booked in for this Saturday coming if it's something you're willing to be up for. And so I had to then explain the fact of I was pregnant with Daisy, so is it safe for me to have a tattoo when pregnant? And she said no. So they spoke to the manager again, and then the manager decided to extend the voucher a year later, which was this year. So I've literally got until the 18th of this month to book my tattoo and get it sorted. Otherwise, that's £50 voucher wasted twice. So I know what I want to have done. Yeah, tattoos aren't the cheapest thing in the world. I've got two. So I've got this one. This one cost me about £45. This one cost me about £70. So they're not the cheapest thing in the world, but I like them. So I would like to get my tattoo sorted before the 18th. Oh, and then my friend needs to take something back to Smith's Toys. She ordered her son an outfit for World Book Day, which is on Thursday. The outfit's too small, so she's gonna have to return it. She's ordered another one, which is arriving tomorrow though, so not too much of an issue for her. But the only issue I've got tomorrow is the tattoo place doesn't open till 10, and so I've got to make sure that I'm in and out of there before 11 o'clock, otherwise I'm gonna be late for picking Charlie up. Hopefully it won't take long for them to just price up a tattoo. The amount of times I've walked past this tattoo shop and was gonna go in to get me tattoo priced up was unreal. Like, I've tried, but every time I walk past it, it's closed. So it's so frustrating. I always go on the wrong day. Like, I was going to go today, but me and Danny went and we made the extra step last night and we Googled what time it was open today and it was closed. So I saved the trip and didn't go. But yeah, I've got a few things to do. I need to get fuel. I need to go and price up a tattoo. I need to buy a tin opener because I was broke and we've got no tin opener to open anything. And yesterday I opened a tin of hot dogs for Charlie for his tea and I had to use a knife to get into the tin. But yeah, I'm going to end this video here. Sorry it's not been the most interesting one today, but as I say, I've not been with it today. If you want a full story about the situation with the car, just put a message in the description box and we'll start having a chat or something. And I will do a full video explaining everything regarding the car and the issues I've had with this garage. But remember to like this video if you did, subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye guys.